Welcome back, everybody. We're here to pull cards for February the 12th. I am going to be pulling one card for each sign after I pull one card for overall energy. It is in your best interest to stick around and hear about the overall energy before moving on to your sign. That way you have a better understanding of what I'm seeing. Well, what do we have here? We have the Eight of Cups that came out kind of sideways. So we're going to read it kind of sideways. Interesting there, huh? So, Eight of Cups coming out kind of sideways. It tells me that you're having a hard time figuring out if you want to walk away from a situation or not. And this is a situation that is probably being a little hard on you. It's leaving you exhausted or depleted. Otherwise, you wouldn't be thinking about walking away from the situation. So, it's something that you're definitely considering. All right, so let's take a peek here and see how this plays out for each sign. Ba-ba-da-da. All right, yes, well, Aries, that kind of confirms things. There's something going on that's causing you a lot of stress, and that stress has you in this situation where you're thinking about, okay, do I walk away or do I stick it out and expect things to get better? So, this is a great thing, honestly, to get a reading about and just see what happens if I stay, what happens if I go. Right now, with these two cards on the table, I'm not able to tell you, which just means that there's going to be different outcomes for different Arieses. So that's what we have. But basically, we're looking at some situation that's stressing you out quite a bit. And I think even the idea of trying to figure out if you should stay or if you should go is stressing you out all on. That's, just that concept by itself is stressful for you as well. Let's look at Taurus. Okay, Taurus, Knight of Cups in reverse. Taurus, you were thinking about leaving a situation and then somebody started showing you appreciation and telling you that, how important you are. And that's made you kind of question, oh, should I really leave this? Maybe I shouldn't. So you're starting to be a little bit swayed by that. Next up, Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. King of Pentacles showing up here. Geminis, I think that there's something that is leaving you feeling depleted or exhausted. You are thinking about walking away from it, but man, it's a comfortable situation. It's something that feels good. So the pay might be really good, or it might be a place, and the place might just be heavenly to be at. Whatever this is you're thinking about walking away from because it's exhausting or depleting you, it's almost like there's velvet handcuffs there that are keeping you from leaving because it's nice. Okay. Next, let's look at Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Okay, Cancers. Nine of Pentacles. You guys are trying to decide if you want to be single and on your own or not. Do I like this? Would I like it better if I was with somebody? What is it that I really want? That's what we see here for you, Cancers. All right. Let's see what's next. Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. Leo, what I'm hearing is that you have a situation. It is making you feel depleted or exhausted. Part of the reason is because you're really overloaded. You're overwhelmed with things on your plate. And so now things are falling through the cracks because you just don't have enough minutes in the day to cover everything that needs to be covered. And that's why you're thinking about leaving it, because you're feeling like, well, I'm not very good at this. Maybe I need to go. Maybe you're just great at it. Just somebody's expecting you to do way more than a human can do. Good time to look at this objectively and figure out what's really going on here. What's reasonable and what's not. All right. So that's Leo. Next up, let's look at Virgo. Virgo with that Four of Wands. Trying to figure out if you should leave someplace that feels like home. Should I stay or should I go now? If I stay, there will be trouble. If I go, it will be double. I never said I could sing, guys. But some of you might recognize that song. A lot of you won't. Some of you might. It definitely does show my age. Anyway, I can see why there would be questions about this, especially if you're feeling exhausted or depleted when it comes to this place that feels like home or a home base for you. It may be that, you feel like, well, but this is what I know. What do they say? The devil you know is something, something, something. I don't know. The problems that we know and understand, we get comfortable with them. We get comfortable with them like shoes with a big old hole in them. And so you're trying to figure out, does that comfort level make up for what could be if I left this familiar situation, familiar place, familiar people, whatever it is for you? All right, only you can make that decision. A reading never helps. Never helps. A reading never hurts. But you're the only one who can decide. Nobody who reads for you can make your decisions for you. All we can do is just give you insights to help you decide. All right, let's move on, shall we? Blah, ba, da, da. Who's next? Libra. Libra, Libra. You guys know you have other options out there. You know you have other options out there. It looks to me like you're really trying to focus down on one right now. One option to improve your life. Make things better here or go someplace else. You're really trying to get focused so you can figure out something and know that you won't have any regrets later. Once again, another good time for a reading. Everybody needs a reading today. Scorpio. Scorpio, Six of Cups coming up in reverse. This is a no-brainer. Y'all know we are the Queen of Swords in reverse. We won't think anything of cutting off communication with somebody if it's really going poorly. We are thinking about walking away from a situation where somebody is only creating negative memories with us. There's not a lot of good happening here. We're not feeling like it's wholesome and healthy. Trying to figure out, should we walk away or should we not? Interesting. Let's look at Sagittarius next. Sagittarius. Page of Swords showing up here. Sagittarius, I think that there were some words that were said that has you now thinking about walking away from a situation. Advice that's coming up for you here is really sort of nail things down. Like ask about why somebody said what they said and what did they really mean by that. Don't be trying to fill in any of those blanks by yourself, because you could make some assumptions that are not the kind of assumptions that have anything to do with truth if you do that. Let somebody tell you what they really meant when they said something that could be taken as offensive or hurtful. All right? What do you have to lose? I mean, if they say what you think they said, then you kind of already are prepared for that because you've sort of started dealing with it. But if what you think they said is not at all what they said, then it's good to know that. That keeps you from making some decisions that you might regret later. So just conversate with them. Get them to clarify so that you can make up your mind here. Okay? So that was Sagittarius. Next up, we're looking at Capricorn. Okay, Sun card showing up for Capricorn. Sun card. Blah, ba, da, da. Here's what's going on here, Capricorn. You are trying to decide if you want to stay or if you want to go in this toxic situation. And I think that the Sun card is really you opening your eyes and looking at the situation, and you're really evaluating it in a very real way. I don't necessarily want to say you're having a wake-up call, but I do think you're not sweeping any flags underneath the carpet anymore. You're not getting a mountain of red flags underneath of there. You're looking at things just right in the eye and deciding what you're going to do about them. Aquarius. Eight of Wands coming up in reverse. Woohoo! Aquarius, you're wondering if it would be better if you just go ahead and leave and disappear because you haven't heard from anybody. You've got nobody communicating with you. Who would notice? That's what you're thinking of today. And if you're thinking of it in a way of like, let me just off myself because nobody would notice, which I feel like there's a few of you who are, that's a silly way to look at things. There are always people around us who appreciate us, but not everybody shares that. People just don't always say it. So don't go anywhere. Just put one foot in front of the other until you get things going better. And pretty soon you'll be as high at the top of the mountain as you were as low in the valley. So just stick around, one foot in front of the other. Okay? I need all the subscribers I can get. You got to stick around. And I'm only half joking. La da 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 da. But seriously, stick around. Everybody has their own particular reason why they're here. Did you know that? I can't be any of you. Not a single one of yous. I can't contribute the things that you guys contribute to this planet and to this universe. Nobody else can either. What happens if you hit the eject button early? Then there's a lot of people who need what you have that never get it. What happens to them? Stick around. All right, who are we looking at next? Pisces. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Justice card in reverse. You're thinking about leaving a situation where somebody has made a decision that influences you, but they didn't make it in a fair way. They made it in some kind of biased way or only with partial information. So you're thinking about, let me just get the heck out of here. I don't know if you should or if you shouldn't from these two cards, but I can tell you if you get the heck out of here right now, then nobody gets to see the real deal. You know? But then again, if you get out of here right now, maybe you find something much better really quickly. Once again, somebody needs a reading. You guys need readings. Everybody needs a reading today. It's a crazy day, except for maybe Libra. I think Libra could figure theirs out on their own. I think everybody else, I would get a reading if I had that kind of stuff showing up. All right, so anyway, thank you guys very much for being here. If you would like to support my channel, please put a thumbs up at the bottom of this. Share this video out with other people, of course, and put a comment down below. And I think even super thanks help the logarithm. I'm not sure. But anyway, it's always nice to have support. And I will see some of you a little bit later on for, well, I don't know if I'll see you for phone readings or for online readings. And the rest of you guys, I'll see back on the next video. Peace out.